In the labyrinth of human emotions, love remains the most enigmatic, yet profoundly beautiful experience. Its depiction throughout history in literature, art, and philosophy has attempted to capture its essence, but few have managed to articulate its complexity and depth with the elegance and wisdom of Confucius. Drawing from ancient Chinese philosophy, Confucius in Love, timeless advice on romance and relationships, explores the timeless insights of Confucian thought, offering a fresh perspective on modern-day love and relationships. At the heart of Confucian philosophy is the concept of li, often translated as ritual or propriety. However, to perceive li merely as a set of rigid social norms is to overlook its profound significance as a life-generating activity. Confucius envisioned li as the embodiment of love in action, where love is not just a passive feeling, but an active force that shapes and nurtures relationships. In embracing li, we learn to express love through respect, consideration, and empathy, transforming our interactions into harmonious and meaningful connections. Diversity of love is another cornerstone of Confucian thought. Unlike the often singular narrative of romantic love that dominates Western thought, Confucianism recognizes the myriad forms and expressions of love. From the filial piety between parent and child to the brotherly affection among friends, Confucian philosophy teaches us that love, in its essence, is multifaceted and omnipresent in our lives. By appreciating the diversity of love, we open our hearts to the richness of human relationships, fostering deeper connections with those around us. Confucius also placed great emphasis on moral intuition and humility in love. He believed that true understanding and practice of love require an intuitive, heartfelt approach rather than mere adherence to rules. It is through moral intuition that we discern the right way to love, guided by a humble recognition of our imperfections. This humility in love encourages us to be forgiving, to learn from our mistakes, and to continuously strive to be better partners and friends. Conscientiousness and the practical application of virtue ethics are vital in cultivating healthy and enduring relationships. Confucianism advocates for a life lived in accordance with virtues, such as honesty, kindness, and loyalty, not as abstract ideals, but as qualities we actively embody in our daily interactions. It is through conscientious living that we build trust and mutual respect, laying the foundation for strong and loving relationships. Furthermore, Confucian philosophy underscores the importance of education and intellectual engagement in love. It teaches us that love, like any other virtue, requires learning and reflection. By educating ourselves about the nature of love and relationships, we equip ourselves with the knowledge and wisdom to navigate the complexities of human connections. Intellectual virtues, when balanced with practical virtues, enable us to approach love with insight and understanding, enriching our relationships in profound ways. In the modern quest for love, we often find ourselves lost in the pursuit of perfection, forgetting that at its core, love is about connection, growth, and the shared journey of life. Confucius's teachings remind us that love, in its truest form, is not about grand gestures or idealized notions, but about the everyday acts of kindness, respect, and understanding that bind us together. Confucius in Love, timeless advice on romance and relationships, invites us to re-examine our approach to love through the ancient wisdom of Confucian philosophy. In a world where relationships are increasingly complex, these timeless teachings offer a beacon of light, guiding us towards more meaningful, fulfilling, and enduring connections. Let us embrace the diversity of love, practice moral humility, and live conscientiously, for in doing so, we open our hearts to the true beauty and transformative power of love. In the tapestry of human philosophy, few threads are as vibrant and enduring as those woven by Confucius, the ancient Chinese sage. His teachings, transcending mere academic discourse, offer a pragmatic guide for navigating the complexities of life, including the pursuit of wealth. This narrative, inspired by Confucian wisdom, unfolds a tale not of material accumulation, but of prosperity in its most holistic sense. Once upon a time, in a bustling town on the edge of the modern world, lived a young entrepreneur named Li Wei. Li Wei, much like the heroes of old, was on a quest. But his quest was not for dragons to slay or princesses to save. It was for success, for prosperity, for wealth in its most profound manifestation. Guided by the ancient philosophy of Confucius, Li Wei embarked on a journey that would uncover the true secrets of wealth from the past. The first secret Li Wei discovered was the diversity of love. Confucius taught that love, in its various forms, is the foundation of a prosperous life. For Li Wei, this meant not only fostering strong bonds with his family and friends, but also nurturing a love for his community. He invested in local projects, supported fellow entrepreneurs, and created jobs, thereby weaving a tapestry of mutual prosperity. As Li Wei's journey continued, he delved deeper into the moral intuition that Confucianism celebrated. He learned to trust his inner compass, making business decisions not solely based on profit but on what felt morally right. This intuition led him to fair trade practices, ethical sourcing of materials, and transparent business operations, which, in turn, attracted loyal customers and dedicated employees. The principle of Li as life-generating activity taught Li Wei that every action, no matter how small, contributes to the greater good. He saw his business not just as a means to an end but as a living, breathing entity that could bring about positive change. This perspective encouraged him to innovate, to be creative, and to always consider the broader impact of his work. Moral humility and conscientiousness became the cornerstones of Li Wei's leadership style. He knew that true wisdom lies in knowing one's limitations and that diligence in one's moral life is non-negotiable. By practicing humility and conscientiousness, Li Wei earned the respect of his peers and inspired his team to uphold the highest standards of integrity. The practical application of virtue ethics was perhaps the most challenging secret for Li Wei to grasp. It required him to live out the virtues of Confucianism daily, in every business decision, every interaction, and every challenge. Yet, this practical application proved to be his most potent tool for success. It built a brand that was synonymous with trustworthiness, quality, and ethical values. Education, both intellectual and practical virtues, played a significant role in Li Wei's prosperity. He committed to lifelong learning, constantly seeking knowledge not just in business but in philosophy, art, and science. This well-rounded education enabled him to innovate, to solve problems creatively, and to lead with wisdom. In the delicate dance between generalism and particularism in morality, Li Wei found the flexibility needed to navigate the ethical dilemmas of the business world. He understood that while general principles could guide him, each situation required a nuanced approach, a careful consideration of the specific context. Lastly, Li Wei's journey brought him to the convergence of ethics and ontology. He realized that his being, his very existence, was intertwined with his moral and ethical pursuits. His business was not just a means to generate wealth but an expression of his deepest values, a manifestation of his commitment to making the world a better place. In the end, Li Wei's quest for prosperity led him to a wealth beyond measure. It was not just the success of his business that defined his wealth, but the richness of his character, the depth of his relationships, and the positive impact he had on his community. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of Confucius, Li Wei had discovered the true secrets of wealth from the past, secrets that continue to illuminate the path to prosperity for those willing to listen. In a world teeming with ceaseless change and unprecedented challenges, the ancient wisdom of Confucian philosophy offers a beacon of light to those navigating the tumultuous seas of modern stress. As we embark on this journey through the corridors of time, we discover that the teachings of Confucius, a sage who lived over 2 millennia ago, remain as relevant today as they were in the days of the Chinese Empire. This tale, dear reader, is not merely a recounting of historical philosophy but a guide on applying age-old strategies to our contemporary conundrums. At the heart of Confucian philosophy lies a profound understanding of the human condition and the societal bonds that sustain it. The sage taught that life is a harmonious blend of relationships, each governed by the principle of Li, which can be understood as a life-generating activity. It is in this context that we find our first strategy for modern stress: cultivating harmonious relationships. In today's fast-paced world, we often find ourselves entangled in a web of digital connections, forgetting the warmth of genuine, face-to-face interaction. Confucius reminds us that true harmony and peace come from nurturing real connections with those around us, be it family, friends, or colleagues. Diversity of love is another cornerstone of Confucian thought. The sage recognized that love manifests in myriad forms, each essential for the flourishing of human society. In the face of modern stress, this diversity reminds us to appreciate the different kinds of love we give and receive, from the passionate love of partners to the steadfast love of comrades. Confucianism teaches us that acknowledging and embracing the spectrum of love in our lives can provide a bulwark against the pressures of the world. Confucius placed great emphasis on moral intuition and humility, virtues that are exceedingly pertinent in our era of information overload and relentless self-promotion. In moments of stress and decision-making, turning inwards to listen to our moral intuition can guide us toward the right action. Furthermore, adopting a stance of moral humility allows us to recognize our limitations and seek the wisdom of others. This approach not only alleviates stress but also fosters a culture of mutual respect and learning. The sage's teachings on conscientiousness and the practical application of virtue ethics offer a strategy for dealing with the complexities of modern life. By being diligent and careful in our actions, and by living out virtues in a practical manner, we can navigate the challenges of the world with grace and integrity. This means moving beyond abstract moralizing to embody virtue in our daily lives, whether it's through acts of kindness, commitment to justice, or pursuit of excellence in our endeavors. Education, for Confucius, was not merely an intellectual exercise but a process of moral development and social harmony. In today's stress-laden society, lifelong learning, both intellectual and practical, can be a source of personal growth and stress relief. Engaging with new ideas, skills, and perspectives not only enriches our lives, but also helps us adapt to the ever-changing world around us. In intertwining ethics and ontology, Confucian philosophy offers a holistic approach to dealing with stress. It teaches us that our being and moral actions are interconnected, urging us to cultivate virtue not just for personal gain, but for the betterment of society. As we face the stresses of modern life, Confucius's teachings encourage us to reflect on the nature of our being and strive towards a harmonious existence that benefits all. In conclusion, the ancient strategies of Confucian philosophy provide a timeless guide for navigating modern stress. By cultivating harmonious relationships, embracing the diversity of love, listening to our moral intuition, practicing virtue ethics, committing to lifelong learning, and integrating ethics with our understanding of being, we can find balance and peace in the midst of chaos. As we apply these strategies in our lives, we honor the legacy of Confucius and contribute to the creation of a more harmonious world. In the bustling world of today, where the quest for success often leads to a tangled web of confusion and complexity, ancient wisdom, particularly that of Confucius, offers a beacon of light. His teachings, rooted in the rich soil of Chinese philosophy, hold timeless truths that can guide individuals and organizations towards achieving modern success. This narrative delves into how Confucian philosophy, with its profound insights on love, morality, and virtue, can be a cornerstone for personal growth and leadership excellence. At the heart of Confucianism lies the diversity of love. Confucius taught that love should not be a monolith but a multifaceted gem, embracing different forms and expressions. In today's fast-paced environment, recognizing and valuing this diversity within teams and communities can foster a culture of respect and unity. It's akin to weaving a tapestry of various threads, each unique yet contributing to a beautiful whole. This approach can transform workplaces into harmonious spaces where innovation and creativity flourish. Moral intuition, another pillar of Confucian thought, underscores the importance of trusting one's inner moral compass. In a world brimming with ethical dilemmas and gray areas, cultivating an intuitive sense of right and wrong is invaluable. It serves as an internal guide in decision-making, ensuring actions are not just profitable but principled. This moral intuition can be the rudder in the tumultuous sea of business, steering ventures through storms with integrity. Li, or the principle of life-generating activity, further enriches this ancient wisdom. In Confucianism, Li represents the idea that love and ethical actions are inherently life-enhancing. Applying this concept, modern leaders can create environments that nurture growth and well-being. It's about leading with empathy and compassion, transforming organizations into communities where every member thrives. Humility, a virtue extolled by Confucius, holds profound relevance today. In an era marked by relentless self-promotion, moral humility reminds us of the power of self-awareness and modesty. It encourages leaders to acknowledge their limitations and learn from others, fostering a culture of continuous improvement and collaboration. This humility, far from being a sign of weakness, is the hallmark of true strength and confidence. Conscientiousness, the diligent and careful attention to one's moral life, is a virtue that transcends time. In the context of modern success, it emphasizes the importance of integrity and accountability. It's about making choices that are not only effective but ethical, ensuring that success is not at the expense of others. This conscientious approach to business and personal life can build a legacy of trust and respect that endures. Integrating these Confucian principles into daily life and leadership practices can pave the way for a success that is not only achieved but well-deserved and sustainable. It's a success that enriches not just the individual but the wider community, fostering a world where prosperity is shared and happiness is multiplied. In the end, harnessing the ancient keys of Confucius might just be the modern secret to a life well-lived and a world well-led. In the bustling city of tomorrow, where technology whispers secrets to the wind and humanity races against its own shadow, there lived a man named Jun. Jun was neither a philosopher of old nor a tech savant of the new age. He was simply a teacher, threading through the fabric of life with a quiet grace, his story a testament to the ancient wisdom of Confucian philosophy in the modern world. Jun's journey began on a crisp autumn morning, the kind that paints the sky in hues of hope and whispers of change. As he walked through the crowded streets, his mind wandered to the teachings of Confucius, a beacon that had guided him through the tumult of life. He pondered on the diversity of love, realizing that each person he passed by was a world unto themselves, deserving of understanding and compassion. This recognition was not just an intellectual acknowledgement but a deep moral intuition that guided his interactions. His day was a tapestry of the life-generating activities that Confucius spoke of, from the respectful nod to the elderly vendor to the patient smile at a curious child. Jun's actions were an ode to the ontological articulation of love as good. He understood that moral humility was not about diminishing oneself but about recognizing the vast expanse of what one did not know. This humility made him a beloved figure, his conscientiousness in his duties as a teacher shaping the minds and hearts of his students. Jun's narrative was not one of grand adventures or epic battles but of the quiet, steadfast application of virtue ethics in the day-to-day. He found joy in the educational aspects of his role, believing firmly that knowledge was the foundation upon which a harmonious society was built. His teachings were a blend of intellectual and practical virtues, encouraging his students to engage their minds and hands in the pursuit of goodness. Yet, what made Jun's story truly captivating was his skillful deployment of idioms, each chosen with care to enrich his lessons and touch the hearts of his listeners. He spoke of seeds of kindness and how they could blossom in the hearts of the community, weaving through his narratives real-life samples that brought his teachings to life. In a world that often prized generalism, Jun was a particularist, believing in the power of individual actions to shape the moral fabric of society. He navigated the tension between ethics and ontology with the grace of a dancer, his life a reflection of the belief that the cultivation of virtue was both the journey and the destination. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of goodbye, Jun's story came to a close, not with a dramatic flourish, but with a simple act of kindness that echoed in the silence of the coming night. In a world that often forgot to listen, Jun reminded us of the power of mindful living, his narrative a bridge between the ancient wisdom of Confucius and the relentless march of modernity. Jun's tale, though woven with the threads of an ordinary life, was a reminder that within every moment, there lies the potential for extraordinary wisdom. It was a story that respected the delicate balance between uniqueness and listener engagement, a narrative spun with the careful precision of a master raconteur, captivating from start to finish. In the end, Jun's life was a testament to the enduring relevance of Confucian philosophy, a beacon for those navigating the complexities of the modern world. His story, though merely a drop in the vast ocean of humanity, was a ripple that touched the shores of countless hearts, reminding us all of the art of mindful living. In the bustling heart of the modern workplace, where the clatter of keyboards and the murmur of brainstorming sessions form the daily symphony, the ancient wisdom of Confucius might seem as distant as the stars above. Yet, beneath the surface of this high-speed professional environment, the teachings of Confucianism hold keys to navigating the intricate maze of careers and personal development. This tale weaves through the corridors of time, from the serene gardens of ancient China to the glass and steel jungles of today's corporate world, exploring how Confucian philosophy can illuminate the path of the contemporary professional. The diversity of love in the workplace. Love, in its myriad forms, underpins the Confucian understanding of human relationships. In the context of a career, this diversity translates into a rich tapestry of connections. The camaraderie among teammates, the respectful rapport with mentors, and the empathetic bond with clients. Confucianism teaches us to cherish and nurture these relationships, recognizing that they are not merely means to an end but ends in themselves. By applying this principle, we transform our work environments into communities where mutual support and understanding thrive. Moral intuition and ethical leadership. The corporate ladder is fraught with ethical dilemmas, from the seduction of cutting corners to the quagmire of office politics. Confucianism places great emphasis on moral intuition, the inner compass that guides us toward the right action. In leadership, this intuition becomes a beacon, steering decisions not by the tempest of profit or power, but by the calmer waters of ethical principles. Leaders who cultivate this moral sensitivity become not only successful in their fields but also respected and admired for their integrity. Li as life-generating activity. In Confucian thought, Li represents the proper way of conducting oneself, an expression of love and respect through action. In today's work culture, where burnout and disengagement are pervasive, embracing Li offers a refreshing perspective. It encourages us to find meaning in our tasks, to see our daily duties not as burdens, but as opportunities to contribute to the greater good. When we approach our work with this mindset, we infuse our professional lives with purpose and vitality. The humility of continuous learning. The rapid pace of change in the modern workplace demands a commitment to lifelong learning. Here, Confucian moral humility serves as a guiding light. It reminds us that no matter how advanced our skills or how high our achievements, there is always more to learn, always room to grow. This humility keeps us open to new ideas, willing to listen, and eager to improve. It turns our career journey into an endless adventure, filled with discovery and wonder. Conscientiousness in action. Attention to detail, diligence, and conscientiousness are virtues that Confucius held in high esteem. In a world where deadlines loom and the pressure mounts, these qualities become the bedrock of professional excellence. They enable us to deliver work of the highest caliber, to honor our commitments, and to exceed expectations. More importantly, they earn us the trust and respect of our colleagues and clients, laying the foundation for lasting success. As we navigate the challenges and triumphs of our careers, the ancient wisdom of Confucius offers a beacon of light, guiding us toward a path of fulfillment, integrity, and harmony. By integrating these timeless insights into our professional lives, we can build not only successful careers but also richer, more meaningful lives. From Confucius to career, the journey is not just about reaching our destination but about how we travel the path with love, with integrity, and with a deep commitment to the betterment of ourselves and the world around us. In the bustling heart of modern living, where the clamor for quick fixes and fast food often drowns out the whispers of traditional wisdom, there lies a profound dietary philosophy waiting to be rediscovered. This philosophy, rooted deeply in the ancient teachings of Confucius, offers more than mere nutritional guidelines. It presents a holistic approach to health, emphasizing balance, harmony, and moral well-being. Welcome to the Confucian Diet, ancient wisdom for holistic health, a journey back to the basics, guided by timeless principles. The cornerstone of the Confucian diet lies in the concept of zhongyong, or the doctrine of the mean, which advocates for moderation and balance in all aspects of life, including eating. Imagine a diet that isn't just about the physical act of nourishing the body but is also an exercise in cultivating virtue, self-discipline, and emotional equilibrium. This is the essence of the Confucian approach to eating. In Confucian thought, the diversity of foods on our plate reflects the diversity of love and respect we owe to ourselves and the world around us. Just as Confucianism recognizes different forms and expressions of love, be it familial piety, friendship, or respect for elders, it also appreciates the variety of foods and their unique benefits. A Confucian diet is diverse and balanced, incorporating a wide range of grains, vegetables, fruits, and lean proteins, each selected not only for their nutritional value but for their seasonal appropriateness and ethical sourcing. The principle of Li, which can be seen as a life-generating activity, extends to the act of eating. Preparing and consuming food is considered a sacred ritual, a moment to practice mindfulness and gratitude. Every meal is an opportunity to reflect on the moral intuition that guides us in making healthy choices not just for ourselves but for the planet. Choosing organic, locally sourced produce or reducing meat consumption can be seen as acts of moral humility, acknowledging our place within a larger ecological context and our responsibility towards it. Confucianism's emphasis on moral humility and conscientiousness teaches us to be mindful of overindulgence and the ethical implications of our food choices. In a world where excess is often celebrated, the Confucian diet encourages us to tread lightly, choosing foods that nourish without causing harm or waste. This ethos resonates with the modern concept of sustainable eating, highlighting the relevance of ancient wisdom in addressing contemporary issues. Furthermore, the Confucian diet values the educational aspects of eating. Every meal is a learning opportunity, a chance to educate oneself and others about the origins of food, the impact of dietary choices on health and environment, and the joy of sharing wholesome meals with loved ones. This aligns with the Confucian virtue of shui, the pursuit of knowledge and personal growth through everyday activities. The integration of real-life samples into this narrative underscores the practical application of the Confucian diet. Consider the story of a family that decides to embrace these principles, transforming their eating habits to reflect moderation, diversity, and ethical awareness. Their journey from fast food dependency to a mindful, wholesome diet not only improves their physical health but also strengthens their familial bonds and connection to the community, illustrating the profound impact of Confucian dietary philosophy on modern living. In conclusion, the Confucian diet, ancient wisdom for holistic health, invites us to look beyond the plate, to see food as a medium for moral development, social harmony, and environmental sustainability. It teaches us that every meal, every bite, holds the potential for profound transformation, not just of the body, but of the soul and society at large. Embracing this ancient wisdom, we can forge a path towards a healthier, more balanced, and ethically conscious way of living in our modern world. In today's fast-paced world, where the chase for success often leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled, there's a profound need to look back at the wisdom of ancient philosophers who understood the essence of a meaningful life. Among these sages, Confucius stands tall, his teachings offering timeless principles for personal growth and inner peace. Confucius, who lived over 2.5 millennia ago, taught the importance of virtues such as love, moral intuition, and ethical living. His philosophy wasn't just about lofty ideals. It was deeply practical, intended to guide everyday actions and relationships. By integrating his teachings into our lives, we can find a path to self-improvement and societal harmony. One of the core concepts in Confucianism is the diversity of love. Confucius recognized that love takes many forms and expressions, from the deep bond between family members to the respectful relationships we share with friends and colleagues. This variety of love enriches our lives, offering a multifaceted understanding of what it means to care for others. Moral intuition plays a significant role in Confucian thought. It's the idea that beyond the complexities of ethical theories, there's an innate sense of right and wrong within each of us. Confucius believed that by cultivating our moral intuition, we could navigate life's dilemmas with grace and wisdom. Li, or ritual propriety, is another key concept. Far from being mere formalities, the rituals Confucius spoke of are life-generating activities that embody love and goodness. They're about acting with respect and consideration, ensuring our interactions with others promote harmony and understanding. Humility is a virtue highly prized by Confucius. In a world that often celebrates arrogance and self-importance, the Confucian ideal of modesty reminds us of the strength found in acknowledging our limitations and learning from others. Conscientiousness, the diligence in our moral life, is essential. Confucius taught that being ethical isn't a passive state but an active pursuit, requiring constant attention and effort. This conscientious approach to life ensures that our actions align with our values. Confucianism holds education in high regard, not just for intellectual development but as a means of moral cultivation. Through learning, we not only acquire knowledge but also develop the virtues necessary for a harmonious society. Confucius made a distinction between intellectual and practical virtues, understanding that wisdom isn't just about knowing what is right but also about putting that knowledge into action. This balance between thought and deed is crucial for personal growth and societal well-being. The tension between generalism and particularism in morality is another aspect of Confucian ethics. It's the idea that while there are universal principles, their application can vary depending on the context. This flexibility in moral reasoning allows for a more nuanced understanding of ethical dilemmas. Lastly, Confucian philosophy merges ethics with ontology, exploring how our being and actions are interconnected. By cultivating virtue, we not only lead ethical lives, but also realize our full potential as human beings. Incorporating Confucian principles into our lives might seem daunting, yet it's about embracing simple, everyday actions. It's remembering to show love in its many forms, listening to our moral intuition, respecting the rituals that bring us together, practicing humility, and being conscientious in our actions. It's about lifelong learning, balancing thought with action, and understanding the complexity of moral decisions. As we navigate the challenges of modern life, the ancient wisdom of Confucius offers a beacon of light. By living like Confucius, we can cultivate a life of virtue, enrich our relationships, and contribute to a more harmonious world. In embracing these timeless principles, we embark on a journey of personal growth that is both fulfilling and transformative. In an era where digital communication has both bridged and widened the gap between people, the ancient wisdom of Confucius offers timeless insights into the art of connecting with others. As we navigate through the complexities of modern interactions, turning to Confucian philosophy might just be the lighthouse we need to guide our ships through the turbulent social seas of the 21st century. Confucius, a pioneer of moral philosophy, emphasized the importance of Li, a concept that transcends mere social etiquette to embody the essence of harmonious and respectful interaction. In today's world, where online discourse often descends into chaos, the application of Li encourages us to foster conversations that are not only polite but imbued with kindness and consideration for the other's dignity. It's about reviving the art of listening, truly listening, to the unsaid between the lines, much like a master raconteur weaving a tale that captivates the soul. The diversity of love, as recognized in Confucian tradition, reminds us that our expressions of care and concern must adapt to the multitude of relationships we navigate daily. From the warmth of friendship to the respect due to acquaintances, understanding the varied forms of love enriches our interactions, making each communication a life-generating activity, a practice of Li in its truest form. Moreover, Confucius championed the virtue of moral intuition, suggesting that the heart often understands what the mind struggles to articulate. In an age dominated by text messages and emails, tuning into our moral intuition could help us read between the lines, sensing the emotions and unspoken thoughts of our interlocutors. It's about finding the melody in the cacophony of words, a skill any adept storyteller cherishes. Yet, Confucianism does not call for blind adherence to tradition or social norms. Instead, it advocates for moral humility and conscientiousness, urging us to approach each conversation with modesty and a willingness to learn. In every tweet, every comment, lies an opportunity for growth and understanding, if only we approach it with the right mindset. practical application of virtue ethics, as espoused by Confucianism, involves the day-to-day living out of virtues in a practical manner. It's the small acts of kindness, the thoughtful messages, the respectful disagreements that weave the rich tapestry of our social interactions. Confucius reminds us that ethics are not just lofty ideals but practices embedded in the minutiae of daily life. In the realm of education, Confucius placed unparalleled importance on the role of learning in moral development and social harmony. In our communications, we are both teachers and students, imparting wisdom and gaining insights in equal measure. Every exchange has the potential to be a moment of learning, a chance to bridge the gap between ages with the timeless wisdom of understanding and respect. The integration of intellectual and practical virtues in Confucian thought underscores the balance between knowing and doing. It's one thing to understand the principles of effective communication. It's another to practice them in our daily interactions. The true art lies in merging these realms, embodying the virtues of Confucian philosophy in every word we speak and every message we send. In conclusion, as we sail through the digital age, the ancient wisdom of Confucius serves as a guiding star. It reminds us that at the heart of all communication lies the potential for connection, understanding, and growth. By applying the principles of Li, embracing the diversity of love, and practicing moral humility, we can transform our interactions into life-generating activities that bridge ages with wisdom. In the end, it's about crafting a narrative of our lives that's as compelling and enriching as any masterfully spun tale, one that respects the past while embracing the future. In a world that often seems cloaked in darkness, where challenges loom large on every horizon, there exists a timeless beacon of wisdom that has, for centuries, guided those who seek to transform adversity into opportunity. This ancient wisdom, rooted in the teachings of Confucius, offers not just a philosophical outlook, but a practical approach to navigating life's tumultuous journey. In the spirit of this enduring philosophy, let us embark on a narrative exploration, weaving through the intricate dance of life's challenges and the transformative power of Confucian wisdom. Once upon a time, in a bustling metropolis that mirrored the complexity and chaos of modern existence, there lived an individual named Alex. Alex, much like any of us, faced an array of challenges that seemed insurmountable. From personal struggles to professional hurdles, each day presented a new test of resilience. However, it was in the depths of these trials that Alex discovered the transformative teachings of Confucianism, a philosophy that espouses the virtues of love, moral intuition, humility, and conscientiousness. The diversity of love, as recognized in Confucian tradition, became Alex's first beacon of light. Understanding that love manifests in myriad forms, Alex began to nurture a deeper connection with family, friends, and even strangers, realizing that each act of kindness was a ripple in the vast ocean of humanity. Moral intuition, another gem from Confucianism, guided Alex to trust the inner voice that distinguishes right from wrong. This intuition became a compass in times of moral ambiguity, offering clarity when the path ahead seemed shrouded in fog. Li, the life-generating activity, transformed Alex's approach to daily existence. Seeing life as a series of meaningful interactions, Alex embraced every moment as an opportunity to cultivate goodness, thereby generating a positive force in an often indifferent world. In practicing moral humility, Alex learned the art of self-reflection. This practice shed light on personal flaws and strengths, enabling a journey of continuous self-improvement and understanding that true wisdom lies in recognizing one's own limitations. Conscientiousness, a virtue highly esteemed in Confucianism, became a guiding principle in Alex's life. By being diligent and careful in all endeavors, Alex discovered the profound impact of meticulousness on achieving excellence and integrity. The practical application of virtue ethics, emphasizing day-to-day living out of virtues, encouraged Alex to embody these principles in every action, transforming mundane tasks into opportunities for moral growth. Education, as held in high regard by Confucian thought, became a lifelong pursuit for Alex. Understanding that knowledge and wisdom are the bedrocks of moral development and social harmony, Alex sought to learn from every experience, person, and challenge encountered. Through the integration of intellectual and practical virtues, Alex found a harmonious balance between thought and action, realizing that true virtue requires both understanding and application. Navigating the tension between generalism and particularism in morality, Alex learned to apply ethical principles flexibly, understanding that each situation demands a nuanced approach to decision-making. Lastly, the merger of ethics and ontology in Confucian philosophy offered Alex a holistic view of existence, where the cultivation of virtue is intertwined with the very nature of being. In the footsteps of Confucius, Alex transformed life's challenges into stepping stones towards personal and moral growth. Each obstacle, once a source of despair, became an opportunity to practice virtue, cultivate love, and spread goodness in a world in desperate need of light. This tale, while unique to Alex, holds universal truths that resonate with the essence of our collective human experience. In embracing the wisdom of Confucius, we too can transform our challenges into opportunities, navigating the tumultuous seas of life with grace, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to virtue. As we continue on our journey, let us remember that in the heart of difficulty lies the seed of opportunity, waiting to be nurtured by the timeless teachings of Confucian wisdom.